All right. Welcome to April week 2 psychonutrition. This is going to be all about staying online, right? Staying present under stress, right? So this is all about this week, right? Like our theme is command capacity, mineral depletion, and why our emotional skills disappear under load, right? This is real-time emotional command here. Okay. So yesterday in the Insight and Impact Focus Group, we talked about command, talked about staying present while the moment is happening. Yeah. So here's the part I want to make sure you don't miss, because a lot of people do. And that is that you cannot command a response if your system goes offline, right? When it's under pressure. And that could look different, right? Like for each of you. Um, so it's not about your emotional strength, right? This is going to be all about your physiological availability. Now, if you've ever thought to yourself, like, I knew what I wanted to say, but I couldn't access the words. I couldn't access the feeling. I couldn't put my arms around it. I want you, I want you to know that that's not a failure of your skills. Okay. Because I see you, right? I see you digging in and doing the work and having the desire. So it's not a failure of your skills. It's a system, right? It's your system losing bandwidth. So we want to take a look at what, like, where's our headspace. And a lot of times people come in and they're in a space of assuming that their emotional skill is disappearing because a moment got intense. Okay. But I'm here to tell you, right? Intensity is not the problem. It's never the problem. There's nothing wrong with a little intensity in your life, but depletion. Now, depletion is where the real problem lies. So let me define that for you, okay? Depletion happens when your nervous system is already working hard before the moment begins. So, right, some examples of that might be ongoing stressor without any full recovery space. It could be a high cognitive demand, right? Like, it could be emotional vigilance, right? Like digging your heels in to be right or whatever. And a lot of times, I just have to say it, right? Like underfueled or overstimulated systems, and or both, right? If you're underfueled and overstimulated, depletion, right? So when depletion is present, your system is going to prioritize survival efficiency over what you would prefer to choose. I'm going to say that again. When depletion is present, your system is going to prioritize survival efficiency over the choice that you would prefer every time. That's why your emotional command feels inaccessible. It's not because you're lacking discipline. It's not because you don't have the skills. It's not because of something outside of you. It's not because if they only would, I'd be okay. It's not because of any of that. It's because your system is conserving its resources. And you, my friend, cannot lead a system that is running on reserves or even empty. Okay, magnesium is going to play a different role during activation than it does after the fact. Okay, magnesium helps prevent your system from locking up. Under stress, right? Muscles tighten, right? Under stress, those muscles tighten. Your breathing shortens, your reaction speeds up. And magnesium supports neuromuscular release. Yeah. It keeps signals from getting stuck, right? It lets them flow. And when that release doesn't happen, right, that's when you start feeling trapped inside the urgency. I'll give you a few, I don't know, examples, right? Like you want to slow your response, right? Like you're in a situation and you're like, I want to slow my response, but your body is already braced. Yeah. So that's not an emotional impulsivity. That's your body saying, hey, I can't downshift mid-moment. So it's not about calming emotion. It's about preventing the physiological hijack. And adaptogens matter here for more than one reason. Well, we'll stick with one, right? Like the adaptogens in this context matter for one reason, and that's the flexibility, right? Flexibility has nothing to do with relaxation or sedation. Flexibility. So under pressure, your system, right, chooses speed. And adaptogens help prevent the over acceleration of it all. And that means less snap reaction, more internal access, and greater response choices. They don't give you command, but they sure do remove the interference. Okay, so command is not about trying harder. It's about staying available longer. Sit in, see, come, sit in, move through. I'm available for whatever this is, no matter how uncomfortable it is. But our physical body has to be able to do it. Right? Support that keeps you online, truly present, protects your emotional leadership. So this week, don't change everything. Okay. Last week was don't change anything. This week, don't change everything. I want you to just notice when access drops. Okay. I want you to ask, when does my system brace first? If you're interested enough to bring forward the observational space, right? You're going to be able to do this. When does my system brace first? Do I feel speed, tightness? Is it urgency, right? And then, what actually helps me stay physically available? That awareness, that amount of data, that level of personal connection supports command without force. Right? Look, you don't lose access because you're weak. You don't lose access because you don't have the skills. You don't lose access because, I don't know, you're some project that needs to be fixed. You lose access because your system is protecting itself. Support reduces the need for protection. Availability, personal availability, that available presence, that's the foundation of command.